good evening to everyone, depending on from where you are joining, and a warm welcome to this session where we discuss how local governments are leading the change in wash sector in Nepal and what the convening partners are doing to support them in this journey. My name is Pauliina Meskus and I work as a junior technical advisor with the Sustainable Wash for All project in Nepal, and I will be the moderator for this session. Next slide, please. So we have three interesting presentations in today's session. First, we will take a look at the 35 years of cooperation between Finland and Nepal in wash sector. Then we will have a presentation about the changing landscape of wash governance in Nepal. And the first two presentations will set the context for the third presentation, where we will learn about the strategies of the SUSWA project in supporting and capacitating local governments to lead the change in WASH. And finally, the session will be concluded with open discussion and questions and answers. And please feel free to also write any comments or questions to the chat during the presentations, and we'll aim to address all of them at the end. So the first presentation will be by Mr. Jukka Ilomäki, who is a senior water advisor at the Department for Development Policy at the Ministry for Foreign Affairs of Finland. Mr. Ilomäki was not available to join us for this live session, so we will show your recorded presentation. However, Mr. Ilomäki will be present at the Ministry's stand in Stockholm on Monday morning between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. to answer any questions you may have to him or other colleagues at the Ministry.
Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jukka Ilomäki and I'm working as a senior water advisor of the Ministry for Foreign Affairs in Finland. It is a pleasure for me to be telling you some introduction on the cooperation that Finnish and Nepali government has been doing over the years in the water sector. Personally, it is like quite a humble task to think about this cooperation that has been there for some 35 years and which have like touched the lives of millions of people in very rural context. Our cooperation has mainly been formed through the bilateral projects, which normally have phases of some 5 years, and like the entire programs have been like having 2 to 3 phases. So we started our cooperation in somewhere there 1990 in this Lumbini project, which was based in Budva. Then moving on in somewhere around 2005 to Pokhara-based project, and also like finally to the Far West Rural Village Water Resource Management project, where we, in addition to the water supply, took the little bit wider water use in irrigation, micro hydro into the picture. That RBWRMP project was also the first one of the Finnish government where we received the EU delegated funding. And that cooperation between now 3 partners, Finland, Nepal and EU, has really provided good progress over the last years. And then finally now we had the SUSWA project, which is like also in the western area, and where this presentation in Stockholm is coming. I would like to highlight some like good successes what we have in our cooperation here. Firstly, we have like the strong ownership. This has been very fundamental, and it is on all levels. Most importantly, the grassroots, the people who are actually using the water, they have been like owning the processes, and I can really believe, because I have worked in one of the projects and I've worked also 5 years in the embassy. I have seen it that the sustainability elements are in good order. Over the years, we have had very strong contribution, again, in all levels. The users, the municipalities, both governments, and also the provincial level is there. Of course, over the years, we have established very good processes. Everyone in Nepal know about the step-by-step guidelines, many of the training manuals, the monitoring systems, what we have been doing, also with several partners. One of the highlight for both Finland and Nepal is, of course, the ODF, the Open Defecation Free Declaration, which was like building up from the villages to the districts that time, and then finally to the whole country. When we started working on it more actively on 2010, many of us saw it as a like big challenge, but like with plenty of efforts and great visibility, the whole country achieved the ODF. And even there would be some like challenges here and there, I think that it's a great achievement if you compare to, for example, the global cooperation on WASH. Many other countries haven't been able to do the same kind of thing. We are at the moment looking at the challenge of the safely managed water supply, bringing, for example, the water quality elements. I think that SUSWA is doing a great job now, initiating the response, which is more proactive, tackling the water quality before it becomes a problem. So the inclined chlorination system, which is now being piloted, it sounds promising. I would like to finish by saying that one of the very important aspects of our work together has been around the gender and social inclusion. Lately also putting more on disabilities, also water supply and the water in general. It really touches everyone. And that also includes, of course, the menstrual hygiene management. Finally, what I would like to notice is that the cooperation 35 years now, so it is really many of the results come only from the long-term commitment. So if we had been having shorter projects, not the kind of wider commitment of those results, and the very many aspects of our cooperation would have not reached the level what we have achieved now. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jukka, for setting the context of the collaboration between Finland and Nepal. So when we speak about the WASH governance, there has been quite significant changes in the governance structures over the past 10 years in Nepal, providing entry points for strengthening the leadership of local institutions to lead the change. I would like to invite Mr. Surat Kumar Bam, Province Secretary from the Ministry of Physical Infrastructure Development from Sudur Pachim Province of Nepal, to tell us more about these changes.
Hello. Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Paulina. My name is Surat Kumar Bam. I'm the Province Secretary at Ministry of Physical Infrastructure Development at Sudur Pachim Province. Basically, the changing landscape of the WASH governance in Nepal is, within the scope of my presentation. And based on the changing landscape of WASH sector in Nepal over the last 3 years, and to this point of time, where we have achieve the basic water supply. Access to basic water supply is around 94%. Access to quality water is around 16%. And access to basic sanitation is around 94.5%. Still, 4.5% is, even already has, the slippage in the sanitation sector. Based on all those achievements, we'll go through the in different, changing landscape of the water waste sectors, with the changing landscape of the government structure as well. Let's move to another slide. Okay, particularly with this slide, we'll try to explore the legal and policy frameworks of the governing the sectors, and how the waste sector has been, governed to the different, political landscape. Like before 2006, there was a unitary state, and then at that point of time, the governments of the waste sector was highly centralized, with decision and policy being made of the central government. And the basic, the basic characterization of this period was very less autonomy and limited community involvement in water and sanitation initiatives. When you come to the 2008, it was really a pivotal shift in Nepal's political landscapes, with the declaration of Nepal as a federal, democratic republican. And this transition has really, brought a major changes from the unity to the republic state that set the stage for the significant reforms in governments, including war sector as well. And similarly, when you come to the in 2015, this year is really, the very crucial year for the Nepal. And this time, Nepal has adopted a new constitution which introduced a three-tier of federal structures, and that has clearly, spell out the 761 government, including 753 local, 7 provincial, and the 1 central government. And this was a real major steps towards the federalization. That means, decentralizing or devolving powers, authority, role, and responsibility with resources that is clearly mentioned in the constitution as well. And following the constitutional changes, the Local Governments Act was enacted in 2017. This act has made a further, further elaborated the role and responsibility of the local governments. That means, I've already told you, shared more than 753 local governments the responsibility, in particular to water and sanitation hygiene sector. It has also clearly mentioned the role and responsibility of the provincial and the local government in terms of planning, in terms of budgeting, in terms of implementation, in terms of concurrent right, in terms of individual rights as well. And finally, I think another 2022, in terms of policy and legislation framework, Nepal has made a very significant achievement, because in 2022, Nepal has promulgated the Water and Sanitation Act in 2022, and similarly the policy in 2023. Let's move on to second slide. This is simply, how the legal and policy framework has moved from, commitment on sustainable development goals. Out of 17 goals, particularly we're talking about the SDG 6, water and sanitation. And based on that, commitment in the SDG, Nepal has made a clear provision of water and sanitation. That means the water and sanitation is a fundamental right of every Nepali citizens. And similarly, following that constitutional provisions, Nepal has, declared a WAS policy in 2023, and WAS Act in 2022. Based on WAS Act and policy, Nepal has already clearly, published the two national standards. One is the National Drinking Water Quality Standards. Similarly, Nepal has already, published domestic wastewater effluent standards. So, in terms of systematic intervention and the development of water sector in Nepal, these regulation and the standards has made a one, the disciplinary or quality or the standards that is aligned with the commitment of the SDG 6, basically is SDG 6.1 and 6.2. Based on all those provisions, the constitutions, WAS Act and WAS policy has further elaborated in terms of role, responsibilities, authorities, how the provincial government and the local government can plan, implement, and made a reliable, sustainable, and equitable provision of water and sanitation service for all. That means was water and sanitation hygiene service for all Nepali citizens, and that was clearly, as I spoke to you, that is clearly mentioned in the Constitution of Nepal. Can you move to next slide?
Yeah.
And I think when you go through the landscape of the water sector of Nepal, at the moment we are practicing three tiers of the government: national and one central government. At the provincial, there are 7 provincial government. At the front end of the water and sanitation hygiene service, we are having more 753 local governments. I think at national level we have clear policy act, and the regulation is on the draft. If you look at the policy and act and the regulation, the draft regulation, how the three tiers of the government will commit and take the leadership in fulfilling the commitment made on SDGs 6, 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, 6.4, including from access to quality water, access to sanitation service for all, to the how the planning process of the water sector or water sector will be addressed with the leadership of the three tiers of the government, with the coordination and the coordination of the three tiers of the government. And that's what the provincial government and the national government, they're supposed to execute their roles and responsibility to local government in terms of supporting the local government. I think all this policy and legal framework has assumed that the national and the provincial government will backstop, but in some cases they will provide the handholding support to the local governments, and so that the basic principle of the federalism is the local government can serve more efficiently, more effectively to the people, to their people. That's what the federalization is. In terms of commitment and leadership, our vast legislation systems has made it, the clarification. But furthermore, we have to support the provincial government and the municipal government to make happen clear vast legislation systems in place. Next slide, please. This is my last slide. I think in terms of the changing landscape of the whole sectors, I think once if we able to empower the local representative, local government with their own belongingness, with their own, the ownership of the program, definitely is going to be radical change in achieving the access to quality water to all citizens, access to safely managed sanitation to all citizens, I'm pretty sure. And the develop a functional government system at all level. That is a very, the critical changes that we are seeking for at the moment. Uh, in terms of legislation and policy, wherever we get, we have to have very effective support to the province and local government that will clearly establish WAS institution and governments at local level in terms of their regulation, local regulation standard, is in terms of WAS sector preference. WAS sector preference is definitely utility preference. We are having different kinds of utility in Nepal. Basically, some users committee, some board model, some the government entity, and another critical things is and how the whole three tiers of government will act in a same platform to fulfill the SDG 6 or national commitment in a very and accountable mechanism. And finally, in federalization, because the basic principle of constitution is the three tiers of government will accept or will acknowledge the existence of three tiers of government. The coexistence and the cooperation, and these are the fundamental principle. And based on that, they will have a vertical and horizontal collaboration. And with the burning threat of the climate change and the disaster, and they will have very robust system of integrated water resource management system in place. Having said that, with a lot of opportunity with the federalization, we have a lot of challenges as well. Because to be very frank and clearly, clearly, if we dare to have a clear voice in federalization, the federalization in terms of devolving power, it has made one set of provisions, but in fact, in terms of devolving resources and in terms of devolving and the whole administrative systems, we need to work a lot. And similarly, because the provincial government and the local government, though we have, it's already been more than 7 years we have practicing the federalization in provincial level. We are really, uh, in terms of moving ahead, we're new and we need to make a lot of legal and other provisions. So capacity constraint and sufficient resource allocation and use of efficient resource allocation or targeted financing. There is a huge gap to fulfill the commitment, SDG commitment. How the innovative financing will be there, and how the limited resource will be utilized to have a better or synergic effect in fulfilling the water, sanitation, hygiene commitment of Nepal. And that will play the very the crucial role. That's a crucial role for the fulfilling the SDG 6 commitment and national commitment in WAS sectors. I think that's all from my side. Thank you for listening. I would like to I think next presentation my colleagues Niraj and Sesta will be there. Thank you for listening. Thank you so much.
Many thanks indeed, Mr. Bam, for the very insightful overview of the institutional changes and the current institutional setting in Nepal. And as you already mentioned, what can we do then in practice to address the challenges and tap into these opportunities that you highlighted? This will be discussed from the perspective of the SUSWA project by my colleague, the governance specialist of SUSWA, Mr. Nirajan Shrestha, and he will share about the strategies adopted by the Sustainable Wash for All project in Karnali. The floor is yours, Nirajan.
Thank you, Paulina, and thank you, respected Secretary. So thank you. In my presentation, SUSWA capacitating the government to lead the change in WAS. Today we explore we explore the critical component of SUSWA efforts is strengthening and WAS governance. We begin by discussing how the SUSWA supports a municipal WAS institution and policy empowering local government to effectively manage and deliver WAS sector. One more thing, and we will then highlight our initiative to promote the good governance, fostering accountability and transparency in the WAS sector. And one major thing is there. And additionally, we emphasize our role in facilitating the vertical integration among the three tiers of the government, ensuring the cohesive and coordinated governance across all levels. And as we conclude, we will outline the way forward, focusing on the sustainable strategy to enhance the WAS governance in Nepal. These are my presentation outline. I will go on this way. First of all, what is SUSWA? Really, I would like to say something about the SUSWA. SUSWA is the Sustainable WAS for All project. Is collaborative initiative funded by the Government of Nepal, Government of Finland, and the European Union, and the municipality and the local communities, which with a total budget of 31 million euro. SUSWA is being implemented from the November 2022 to July 22-27 across 42 municipalities in the Karnali Province. The project focuses on three key outcomes area. First one is enhancing the WAS governance in the municipality, and ensuring sustainable water supply and climate change adaptation, and improving the sanitation hygiene. These three types outcomes areas we are focusing. These outcomes are underpinned by cross-cutting themes of climate resilience, gender equality, disability, and social inclusion, ensuring that the project addresses the diverse needs of all community members while fostering a sustainable and inclusive approach to WAS. So let's hear about the ownership and accountability of local government for SUSWA project and their implementation mechanism. I would like to show the short video of our chairperson of the working palikas.
SUSWA परियोजना जनतालाई खानेपानी पाउनुपर्छ भनेर दिलका सधाएको परियोजना हो। यो फेरि परियोजना भनेर बाहिर राख्नु चाहिँ गाउँपालिका भित्र आफ्नो अंग हो। खानेपानी सम्बन्धी ऐन, नीति, नियम, कार्यविधिहरू सबै बनाउने काममा यसले चाहिँ सहयोग गर्यो। एउटा कुरा अर्को के गर्यो भने नियमित रूपमा यसले चाहिँ मिटिङ बस्ने र जनप्रतिनिधि बीचमा, कर्मचारी बीचमा, उपभोक्ताको बीचमा छलफल गराउने एउटा वातावरण ल्यायो। यसले गर्दाखेरि जनताको समस्या जनप्रतिनिधि बुझ्ने र जनप्रतिनिधि जनताको लागि आफू चाहिँ खटिनुपर्छ भन्ने एउटा वातावरण तयार भयो। तेस्रो कुरो के भने यसले ल्याएको जुन कार्यक्रम छ, कसैले पनि एक पनि पैसा चाहिँ अपचलन गर्न नपाइने र जुन पैसा हो त्यो जनताकै काममा सदुपयोग हुने गरिकन जुन मापदण्ड छ, त्यो मापदण्डले गर्दाखेरि पारदर्शिता भएको छ, नियमितता भएको छ, काम गर्ने जुन यसले गर्दा जनतालाई खानेपानी दिगो र भरपर्दो हुन्छ भन्ने कुरा एक दुईवटा कुराले क्लियर भयो। उदाहरणको लागि यसले आफ्नो मापदण्ड अनुसार 90 सेन्टिमिटर खन्ने भन्छ, 90 सेन्टिमिटर नै खन्छ। उपभोक्ता समिति गठन गर्दाखेरि उपभोक्ताहरू नै उपस्थित हुन्छन् र त्यहाँ चाहिँ तिनै उपभोक्ताहरू मध्येबाट समिति गठन छ। त्यो अरू कुनै अन्यथा अरू कुनै तरिकाले होइन कि खाली खानेपानी सम्पन्न गर्ने जो पवित्र दिलका साथ काम गर्छ तिनै मान्छे समितिमा रहन्छन्। त्यसमा लैङ्गिक समानतादेखि लिएर सबै समावेश हुन्छ। अर्को कुरो यसले जुन अलिकति जनताको पनि कन्ट्रिब्युसन, जनताको पनि त्यसमा लगानी चाहिँ खोज्दो रहेछ। त्यसले गर्दा जनतामा आफ्नोत्वको भावना विकास हुन्छ र अब अहिले उपभोक्तामा बस्ने र पैसा कमाउने मान्छेहरू निरुत्साहित भएका छन्, साँच्चै जनतालाई काम गर्ने मान्छेहरू आकर्षित भएका छन्। त्यस कारणले यो SUSWA परियोजना अन्तर्गत खानेपानी सञ्चालन भयो भने मलाई लाग्छ दिगो रूपमा यसले चाहिँ परिणाम ल्याउँछ भन्ने लाग्छ। SUSWA परियोजना
Now, talking about the morality of SUSWA, how the financing municipality to lead this kind of discussion, we will discuss on this slide. SUSWA project is designed to empower the municipality to lead and manage the WAS initiative effectively, ensuring that the investment are directly aligned with the local needs and priorities. At the core of this approach The Municipality Waste Fund, MWF, especially we call it MWF, a strategic financial mechanism established within each partner municipality. Under the SUSWA framework, the financial resources for the washing activities are channeled directly from the donor funds, that means European Union, and that means Government of Finland, and into this municipal waste fund. This direct transfer allow the municipality to take the reins in planning and executing the waste intervention, ensuring that the funds are utilized efficiently and transparently. Each municipality is entrusted with managing its MWF according to the guideline set forth in the approved joint annual work plan. These plans outline the specific activities, timelines, and the budget allocation, ensuring that all project investment are in line with the local context and needs. By placing the management and implementation responsibility in the hands of the municipality, SUSWA promotes local ownership and accountability, fostering a more responsive and adaptive approach to waste challenges. Through this modality, SUSWA not only enhance the capacity of municipality to handle the waste project, but also ensure that the investment are directly contributing to the improvement of water, sanitation, and hygiene service in the community they serve. This approach aligns with the project goals of sustainability and equitable waste solution driven by the municipality themselves. Now talking about gender and responsibility inclusive governance, moving on the gender and disability inclusive. Gender and responsive budget, GRB, is integrated to the Nepal government budgeting system. SUSWA support implementation of GRB at the municipal level. One of the SUSWA approach is the preparation of municipal gender responsive and disability inclusive plans. These plans are crafted and dedicated support from SUSWA, ensuring that the unique needs of and perspective of all community members, particularly women, people with disability, marginalized groups, are reflected in municipal waste strategy and investment. Moreover, SUSWA emphasized the importance of inclusive practice in its own operation. Just like in staff recruitment process, the project utilized gender and ethnicity weighted scoring system. This system is designed to promote the diversity and ensure the equitable representation within the project workforce. By integrating these inclusive practices, SUSWA not only models the principle of gender and disability inclusion, but also strengthen the capacity of municipality to address this issue effectively in their own planning and budgeting process. Through this contribution to more equitable, inclusive governance structure where the voices of all community members are heard and their needs are addressed in the meaningful way. Now talking about creating the municipal institution and policy. SUSWA uniquely positioned to leverage the opportunity presented by the local government within delegated authority, with elected representative now directly accountable to public. There is critical need to formulate local level waste act, policy, operation and maintenance, regulation, and other policies such as dignified mensuration management policy. This policy ensure that the waste services are delivered and sustainably at local level that incorporate the waste management committee concept. This concept approach focus on promoting waste governance by supporting this local body in developing effective policies and framework that enhance the accountability and ensure the sustainable water sanitation hygiene service for all. Through this governance-focused strategy, SUSWA aims to empower local government to take ownership of waste service and deliver on their commitment to their communities. Just like in waste management committee, are established and actively present with their roles and responsibility for better sector coordination and collaboration for proper planning, budgeting, and monitoring and backstopping to the WAS intervention in the local government. SUSWA WAS unit, another more important unit, the local government established dedicated WAS units and clear roles for the WAS focal person focusing primarily on the WAS management. Similar role of for the water users sanitation committee works are established for implementation of WAS intervention for their coordination, collaboration with the local government section, coordination between local government and other sector stakeholders are active with development sector actors taking a proactive role. However, this proactive engagement tends to end after the project completion due to weak municipal capacity, resulting in the challenges in sustaining ongoing project. SUSWA is committed to enhancing the capacity of WAS building training, WAS capacity building training. These training are designed to boost their skills, ensure they can effectively work in the field, ultimately leading to higher quality service. In addition, we are offering step-by-step training to water users and sanitation committee, as well as needy individuals user. This training is aimed at strengthening their capacity, making their institution more effective and sustainable. Let's hear the voice of our WAS unit staff.
नमस्ते, मेरो नाम पुष्पा केसी, म दार्मा गाउँपालिकाको वास सहयोगकर्ता। मैले यो सुस्वा आयोजनामा चाहिँ काम गर्न थालेदेखि मैले विभिन्न क्षमता विकासका तालिमहरू लिने अवसर पनि पाएँ र क्षमता विकासका तालिम लिने क्रममा मैले चाहिँ सुरुमा खानेपानी तथा सरसफाइ सम्बन्धी तालिम पनि लिएर त्यो तालिमबाट मैले समुदायमा गएर के कस्ता कार्य गर्दछ सुस्वा आयोजनाले भन्ने कुराहरू थाहा पाएर मलाई समुदाय खानेपानी तथा सरसफाइ समितिका उपभोक्ताहरूसँग चाहिँ गएर काम गर्ने क्रममा मलाई सहज भयो। नारी स्वच्छता सम्बन्धी धेरै तालिमहरू पनि लिएर त्यो महिलाले स्वच्छता सम्बन्धी तालिमहरू लिँदाखेरि हाम्रो समुदायमा लुकेर रहेका कुरीति विभेदहरू अन्त्य गर्ने उद्देश्यका साथ हामीले दार्मा गाउँपालिकाले लागिरहेका छौँ र महिलाले स्वच्छता सम्बन्धी विभिन्न तालिमहरू पनि हामीले गाउँपालिकाबाट समुदायसँग गएर दिइराखेका छौँ र मैले महिलाले स्वच्छताको तालिम लिने क्रममा नै मैले घरेलु प्याड निर्माण गर्ने तालिम पनि लिएको छु र त्यो तालिम लिए पश्चात मैले समुदायहरूमा स्कुलहरूमा किशोरीहरूमा चाहिँ मैले घरेलु प्याड निर्माण गर्ने तालिम आफूले दिए र मसँग त्यो तालिम दिन सक्ने क्षमता बढेको छ। यस्ता विभिन्न क्षमता विकासका तालिमहरू लिएर हामीले दार्मा गाउँपालिकामा पूर्ण सरसफाइ उन्मुख घोषणा गर्ने कार्यक्रम एकदमै आउँदा दिनहरूमा सहयोग पुग्नेछ। पूर्ण सरसफाइ सम्बन्धीका विभिन्न कार्यक्रमहरू गाउँघरमा सञ्चालन भइरहेका छन् र तिनी सूचकहरूमा लिएर हाम्रो गाउँघरमा कार्यक्रमहरू परिचालन भइरहेको छ। पूर्ण सरसफाइ सम्बन्धीका पानी शुद्धिकरण गर्ने विधिहरू र सरसफाइ सम्बन्धीका धेरै ज्ञानहरू आफूले लिएसँगै मेरो समुदायमा कार्यक्रम सञ्चालन गर्दै आएको छु। धन्यवाद। नमस्ते।
Now talking about support to good governance practices. To promote the good governance, SUSWA employ the variety of practical tools and methodology that are instrumental in enhancing transparency, accountability, and effectiveness in local government operation. The first one, LIJA. The SUSWA facilitate implementation of LIJA across the municipality, guiding the local governments through the comprehensive evaluation of their performance. This involves detailed assessment of administrative process, service delivery, governance structure, followed by the action plan to address identified gaps and enhance institutional capacity. PAPA, Participatory Annual Performance Assessment. SUSWA actively engage committee in the PAPA process, focusing on the water, sanitation, hygiene sector. Through participatory workshop and feedback session, we ensure that the local stakeholders are directly involved in the planning, monitoring, and resource management of WAS project. This collaborative approach fosters greater community ownership, and leads to more sustainable outcomes. A wish. Another important tools we have been supporting to the for the good governance, annotated water integrity scan workshop, which is developed by the Water Integrity Network and Transparency International. Through AWIS, SUSWA conduct workshop that brings together local governments, official civil society, and community members to identify and mitigate risks related to corruption and mismanagement in the water sector. By promoting transparency and integrating through this participatory session, we help build trust between the government and the public and strengthen the overall governance frameworks. In summary, LISA is led by the government of Nepal and assists the overall performance of the municipality. PAPA is developed by the SUSWA and assists waste sector planning, monitoring, and resource management and record progress and identify areas for the improvement. AWIS enhancing the capacity of local governments in accountability, transparency, and anti-corruption through the participatory. These are the summary of which tools we have been using for the good governance. Now talking about snapshot of 2023 LISA result. Let's take a closer look at the impact of SUSWA efforts through the 2023 results. From the LISA, significant improvement in the project municipality. In municipality that have benefited from over the 2 years of SUSWA support, we have observed a remarkable 38% increase in their overall performance. This improvement reflects the positive change in governance, capacity building, and service delivery driven by the tailored support and resource provided by the SUSWA. This municipality are now better equipped to manage sustained waste service, demonstrating the significant progress in their governance capacity. Similar context in the notable progress in the non-project, even in municipality that are not direct beneficiary of the SUSWA project, there has been 17% increase in average performance. This progress encourages as it indicates that the influence of good governance practice, service delivery, is the spreading behind SUSWA immediate support. Reach learning and broader impact of capacity building initiative within Karnali Province. Now, I would like to talk about the support to vertical integration among the 3 tiers. One of the key elements strengthening the ENWAS MIS system. This digital platform developed by the government of Nepal plays a critical role in maintaining and updating the comprehensive waste sector information nationwide. What is ENWAS? Now, I would like to what, why, and how. ENWAS information management system is centralized. ENWAS management information system is a centralized digital platform designed to capture, store, and manage the data related to the waste sector. This system enables the collection and organization of crucial data, ensuring that the information is accurate, up-to-date, and easily accessible. Why it is important? The primary purpose of the ENWAS MIS is to enhance the management of waste service by providing the evidence-based real-time data that can be used for effective sectoral planning and monitoring. By having access to accurate and current data, local, provincial, and federal government can make informed decision, allocate resources, and more efficiently and track the progress toward achieving WAS goals. Now talking about how does it work? The ENWAS data is maintained through the collaboration among the 3 tiers of the government, local, provincial, and federal. Each tier plays a role in ensuring that the data is comprehensive and reflect the realities on the ground. SUSWA contribute to this process by capacitating municipality, empowering to take the lead in managing their waste sector data. This supports includes training on the data collection, analysis, and usage, ensuring that the municipality are well equipped to utilize ENWAS MIS to its full potential. By integrating the efforts of all 3 tiers of the government, ENWAS MIS promotes a unified approach to WAS governance, ensuring that the decisions are based on the reliable and real-time data, progress, monitor systematically across the country. These are the support to vertical integration among the three tiers of the government from SUSWA. Now, I would like to talk about support to vertical integration among the three tiers of government. This service supports a new terminology in SUSWA Service Support Center. In our efforts to strengthen the vertical integration among the three tiers of the government, SUSWA has established the Service Support Center SSC in Karnali Province, a crucial initiative designed to enhance the coordination and technical support within the WAS sector. Institutionalization of SSC, the SSC was initiated by SUSWA, has since been formally incorporated into the provincial WAS. This is major achievable things, ensuring its sustainability and continue impact. To operationalize this center, a dedicated WAS officer has been hired to manage the provincial office in Ministry of Water Resources and Energy Development, MOWRD, providing focus, leadership, and oversight. The main objective of the SSC is coordination and technical support. The primary role of SSC is to provide the coordination and technical support to both municipal WAS units and water users and sanitation committees. By serving a central hub, the SSC ensure that these entities have the guidance and resource needed to deliver the effective WAS service at the local level. Number two, objective of the SSC, facilitate knowledge and transfer and networking. Another key objective of the SSC is to facilitate knowledge transfer and networking among WAS unit. By connecting these units, the SSC promotes the sharing of the best practice, innovative solution, and lesson learned, and promoting the collaborative environment where the municipality can learn from each other experiences. Support. Now talking about support and monitoring use of NWAS MIS, SSC plays a vital role in supporting and monitoring the use of NWAS information system by municipality by ensuring that the municipal WAS unit are effectively utilize the NWAS MIS. SSC helps to maintain accurate and up-to-date data, WAS data, which is essential for decision making and effective service delivery. These are the supporting to vertical integration among the three tiers of the government. Now, this is next slide is my last slide. Now, talking about the takeaway things, SUSWA mission is the commitment to the capacitated government to lead the sustainable change in WAS. We believe that empowering the governments at all levels to take the ownership of WAS initiative is the key to achieving the long-term success. Our approach focuses on the operationalizing WAS commitment through the targeted government support, ensuring that this commitment translates into real impactful change. However, as government embark on this journey toward the sustainable WAS governance, they will encounter both opportunity and challenges. So this is my slide. I would like to hand over to next slide regarding what opportunity and challenges government may face in this journey to Paulina for discussion and Q&A session. Over to Paulina.
Thank you very much, Nirajan, for the great presentation. So indeed, now we would like to open the floor for discussion, any experience sharing, and also questions to our speakers. If you are free to open your mic or raise your hand and then open your mic and ask the question, or you may also type the question to the chat box and we can read it from there. In the meantime, I'm also going to share in the chat our contact details of SUSWA project, as well as the handle to our social media channels, if anyone is interested in following us there and staying updated on any ongoing project activities. Okay, now we have one question in the chat from Mario from Nepal. So there is a question to both speakers. What are the main differences for projects supporting districts versus municipalities in WASH? Who would like to answer first? Mr. Bam, would you like to start, or shall we ask Nirajan sir to go first?
Suraj sir?
Niranji, would you like to answer first?
Yeah, I think so. Actually, the SUSWA, this district is a overall body of for coordination and collaboration with the local communities. And however, in the municipality is the strengthening and capacitated body which is used for delivering delivering the power for in the local level. That means in the both in the community level and in the municipality level. So district is a coordination body, and that will be coordinated to the bottom to top top in for the WAS. Uh, so uh, Suraj sir, can you explain something more about the questions on this?
What I believe is, for at the municipality level, that support team will
Mm.
support to the local municipality. I would say the hand-holding support in terms of technical support, planning, financial implementation, whatever comes at the front end. That municipal support team will help in that way to the local bodies. I think project support team at district level is a governing body at the district level. Whatever the issue comes that has to be set out at the district level, that team will set out the whatever the issues comes in I mean the in every possible way, in possible, I mean, the different issues. That's what I believe regarding that. I mean, the differences into support team.
Thank you, Suraj sir. Thank you, Mario.
Thank you very much, Mario, for the question, and for our speakers to our speakers for the answers. Then we would have another question in the chat, which is also from Nepal, from Govinda. So this is a question to Mr. Bam. We heard very good and inspiring learnings with Finnish support in WASH sector in Nepal. So there's a question: how is the government of Nepal taking up these lessons?
Thank you, Govinda sir from Nepal. Of course, in different time of evolving WAS sector and the political changes, and the political changes means the governance system from unitary state to the federalization. The Finnish support has made the very crucial uh, in terms of achieving even Millennium Development Goal and Sustainable Development Goal. But we shouldn't forget whatever the Swiss government is honestly doing, support to the government, whatever the knowledge and experience in terms of planning, in terms of effective implementation, in terms of sustained operation and maintenance of the WAS sectors, the government has to, I mean, they have the better institutional memory so that it can be replicated to the other, I mean, the local government, to other provinces. For example, the SUSWA is actively doing in Karnali province. Okay, whatever we take and whatever we'll learn in terms of knowledge, in terms of capacity, in terms of managing resource, in like one of the local government chief, he was clearly, I mean, openly saying that whatever the resource comes to the local government, the effectiveness of that resource is very important, so that the impact of this resource is reflected at the ground in full transparency, in full accountability, and full fledged of participatory mechanism. That's why those crucial, lesson learned should carry and should the lesson learned, that strength of the programs, that the some in some cases maybe the weakness also, that has to be carried in an institutional way, so that whatever the upcoming efforts and resources can be mobilized very efficiently, very effectively, even at the government level also. Even of course we are heading to the fulfilling the commitment of the SDG that has already reflected in our national plan and the national goal as well. That's what I know. I think, Govinda sir, thank you so much for your questions.
Many thanks indeed, Mr. Bam, and Govinda also says thank you for the great response, sir. And then we would have another question in the chat. This would also be to you, Mr. Bam. So what would be the implementing strategies of the three layers of the government to institutionalize WAS units at local government level? And this has, I understand, been also recommended in the recent joint sector review report of the government.
Thank you, Rajuji. Regarding your questions, I think we have more than we have 753 local government. Wherever the development partners, wherever the INGOs, wherever the NGO are supporting to the local government, those local government are ready to reform their institution, WAS institution and governments. Time and again, those supporting agencies, even the government also, is having day-to-day dialogue to the politicians and the local leaders, and we are seeking the concrete commitment in terms of reforming WAS institution and governments at local level, like WAS unit. Like my colleagues Niraj, the presenter colleagues Niraj ji was explaining regarding the suicide assessment. WAS unit, dedicated WAS unit, and that dedicated WAS unit should be approved from the council of the local governments. And once we reform their WAS institution and governing system, then of course the capacity issue is there, and capacity in terms of loving the financing, in terms of planning, implementation, and everything. And that's what for that the whole the country is making a digital platform, and as MIS, I think we are familiar to that. This is the foundational unit to achieve the SDG commitment commitment of the country. And then once every 753 local governments know their present status of the WAS, then they will realize where to go and how to go and what are the gaps. For that, based on that MIS, the YANOS MIS platform, we must have to be there. We must be there for the political sensitization. To be very frank, at the moment, many of the local government, they do not have priority for achieving the WAS commitment. And their priority is the road, making some blacktop road. Of course, we need to have good physical infrastructure as well. That's what foundation unit will the NSMS based on the data. They will know the status, and then looking at that, the situation of the local governments, the 761 governments should cooperate and collaborate, and should coexist based on data, and then everything will be mobilized based on the fact and figure of the status of the whole the country.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bam, for the comprehensive response. I'm afraid we are coming to the end of our session, so we will have to close here. I would like to remind everyone that Mr. Jukka Ilomäki from MFA will indeed be available at the Stockholm conference venue at the booth of the Finnish Water Forum tomorrow or Monday from 9 to 10 a.m. And our speaker Nirajan will also be available there if you have any additional questions. And do stay in touch. Maybe we can change to the next slide. There's also some detail. And finally, a huge thank you to everyone who joined us today, and thank you for all the wonderful questions. I know that there is one question that was not answered, but please reach out to us via email, and we will be happy to respond. And thank you to our wonderful speakers. And yeah, I will close the session here. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you for having. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.